So, after the debacle, that is the new Salem's Lot, it got me thinking. It got me thinking about another ill-conceived and poorly received Salem's Lot movie that most people don't even know exists. And with good reason. When it comes to unnecessary sequels, A Return to Salem's Lot may be the most unnecessary of them all. In fact, I'd call A Return to Salem's Lot the Citizen Kane of unnecessary sequels. It's a shame, too, because the film was co-written and directed by the late, great Larry Cohen. Cohen was the maverick filmmaker behind the It's Alive series, Cue the Winged Serpent, and The Stuff. He also wrote all the Maniac Cop movies and the critically acclaimed Joel Schumacher thriller, Phone Booth. I'm sure Mr. Cohen didn't consider A Return to Salem's Lot the highlight of his career. As a matter of fact, there's some speculation as to whether or not he had a hand in directing the movie at all. Either way, whoever directed the movie, it's obvious that they had no idea what they were doing, or they just didn't care. This was actually the first Salem's Lot I saw. That image of Barlow looming above the Marston house, his arms outstretched, his eyes glowing white, always captivated me whenever I would see the video boxes for both the Tobe Hooper miniseries and this sequel at the video store. When I finally decided to rent one or the other, I made the wrong choice. I think I only made it through about the first 20 minutes. I gave the movie another shot some years later, and though it took effort, I managed to finish it this time. I quickly forgot most of it and decided I never needed to revisit that movie ever again. Until now. Could this Salem's Lot be as bad as this Salem's Lot? Let's find out. A Return to Salem's Lot stars Cohen regular Michael Moriarty as Joe Weber, who along with his troubled son Jeremy, relocate to a quaint little town in Maine called, well, what do you think it's called? The place is a ghost town during the day. Just a couple of cops, an attendant at a filling station, the school caretaker, and that's about it. However, once the sun goes down, the town comes to life, or unlife. It's full of vampires, you see. And the vampires want Moriarty to write their Bible, a history of their species and how they've been able to remain under the radar for centuries, thriving in their own little undead utopia. All it takes is a roll in the hay with a vampire hottie and Weber will write whatever you want him to write. His son Jeremy is swayed pretty easily too. A young Tara Reid making her film debut has caught Jeremy's eye, and his jugular has caught hers. From there, we're subject to about 2 hours worth of scene after scene that will leave you constantly wondering, what the hell were they thinking? A Return to Salem's Lot is a remarkably bad movie on virtually each and every level, from the writing to the direction to the acting to the makeup effects. It's all so poorly and incompetently done that it had to be done on purpose. I can't believe that anyone in their right mind, let alone an entire crew of people, could witness the scenes that were being committed to film here and think, yeah, that's pretty good. No, print that. Let's move on. I've seen some of these actors in other movies, and they've been at least decent in those. I've seen other films that Larry Cohen either wrote, directed, or both, and the dialogue in them isn't as insipid as it is here, and the overall stories have urgency, flow, humor, pace. None of that is present here. Despite the name of the town and the fact that it has vampires in it, there's no connection between this Salem's Lot and the Tobe Hooper miniseries, and even less of a connection between this Salem's Lot and the Stephen King novel. They do try to recreate the vampire kid floating in front of the window scene, and at least this scene is brief. It's painful, though. Very painful. But it doesn't last long. Some notes of interest include the fact that the vampires are actually dairy farmers. They raise cows for blood, and only eventually feast on human blood whenever tourists venture through town. There's also an odd age difference between the vampires. Most of them are either older, elderly-looking vampires, or little kids. I don't know what that's about. The vampires breed what they call drones, too. Humans who watch over them during the day. The cops, the caretaker, the gas station attendant, those folks. Aside from the corny dialogue, the bad acting, and the bad makeup effects, we also get one of the most awkward fight sequences ever. And for some reason, they decided that it needed to take place in a river which makes it all the more awkward. Things get even stranger when we're introduced to Dr. Meir. Dr. Meir is this old cigar-chewing guy with wild hair who's out hunting Nazis. And somehow, in his pursuit of vengeance, he ends up in Salem's Lot. Luckily, he's also quite proficient when it comes to killing vampires. But things get somehow even stranger, because the one place in Salem's Lot that the vampires can't go is the church. A town full of vampires. Why build a church in the first place? A return to Salem's Lot is that kind of dumb. But I'm not finished. One character shoots himself in the stomach, choosing to take his own life before the vampires can make a juice box out of him. However, he turns up at the end, alive and well, claiming that he just played a trick on the vampires. And speaking of tricks, you know that image of Barlow on the VHS, the DVD, the Blu-ray, the poster, everywhere? It's a lie. He's not in this movie. Instead, we get this. Oh, man. I had forgotten what a doozy this movie is. And hopefully I will forget it all over again very soon. So is the new Salem's Lot as bad as a return to Salem's Lot? Well, I mean, it's like comparing kidney stones. You really don't want to experience either. And if you have, you don't want to experience them again. If you are in the mood for a good Larry Cohen film, fortunately, there's a lot out there to choose from. Start with The Stuff, then try It's Alive, Maniac Cop 1 and 2, Phone Booth, Cue the Winged Serpent, God Told Me To. Go with them. Let me know what your favorite Larry Cohen film is down in the comments section below. And if you can think of an even more unnecessary sequel than A Return to Salem's Lot, please share that movie with me down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.